What's good, Relocation Football League fans? It's your boy Smitty here to close out this doubleheader on a Tuesday night in Week 17 of the Relocation Football League Season 9 as we have a rainy day here in Brooklyn, New York at Bull Ring Stadium. It's the 10-5 Bulls hosting the 8-7 reigning Relo Bowl champs from Season 8 and the London Bulldogs, as Rob likes to say, traveling across the pond. If the Bulls are able to defeat the Bulldogs as they did back in Week 12 in a crazy game where they were able to come back in the final seconds and win it 23-20, they will officially eliminate the Relo Bowl champs from making it to the postseason. So this is a game that is very important if they want to have a shot to try to defend their title. But with that being said, it's time to get down to the field and see how this game shapes out. Let me know in the chat who you guys got winning this one, Bulls or Bulldogs. It's the most competitive division in the RFL today. The ARC East division rivalry game starts now. Bulls kicking this one off to the Bulldogs as they'll field this one from the 7. Running straight down the middle of the field. He'll break one tackle as that is Fit Cage on the end of that one. And marching out onto the field, it's the two-time Relo Bowl championship winning quarterback. No other quarterback has done it. Timmy Merritt, 4,137 passing yards with 27 touchdowns to 15 interceptions. Playoffs on the line. They have to get even with the Bulls here on the road as they'll start it out with a run, and it is shut down after just a 2-yard gain. You saw the 6'7" tall linebacker Jack Brown closing in, making that tackle along with a fellow teammate. And they will go right back with another run as Wheaton has much better results this time. They'll pick up 6. It's 3rd and 2. So they start things off. 2 run plays. Will they make it a third to try to push the line as they come out here in a strong I formation? And they'll motion the tight end over to the right side. And yes, they will hand it off. And here goes an even bigger run that is going to be called back for holding. And that was just completely unnecessary. Well, illegal block in the back, actually. So that's actually a little bit better. They accept it. It's going to be 3rd and 1 again. Just nullified a great run play. That would have been for Wheaton. And hey, why not give him the ball again? But he does too much and will fall inches short, as well as lose an offensive lineman in Jake Moffitt. So that block in the back penalty messing up the Bulldogs right there on that drive, as they will punt this one off. And a nice stop by the Bulls as they'll try to return it. Wrestled down by a few Bulldogs at the 15. We'll get our first look at a guy who was competing for the MVP of the league, man. I don't think anyone in the beginning of the season, other than probably me, not even I would have said this, but 28 touchdowns to 4 interceptions this season for Devin Wade. 4,317 passing yards and currently 2nd in the MVP race. Crazy turnaround season. And he's looking to get the Bulldogs to the postseason as he'll start off with a throw over the middle of the field. He's got a first down to Joe Johnson. Joe Johnson's been around the block. You've seen him with the Snowhawks. Last played with the Gunners, and now here he is on a Bulls team that is 10-5. Starting things off with a first down reception. And the throw swatted away. Could have been intercepted there by Shaquille Tiller. Instead, just tips it out of the air, and you see the bounce on him. I like to call him Air Tiller because, boy, he's got some crazy acrobatic abilities when the ball is thrown in his direction. And there's a quick throw into the flats. A good job getting over there as fast as he can to close the gap and make the tackle. That's the safety, Ike Page. And just like the Bulldogs, the Bulls facing a 3rd down. They're going to send a heavy blitz. Here's a throw. That's swatted away again, and it's Shaquille Tiller. 2 pass deflections to start out for him, and these defenses coming out here strong. 4th down as they'll have to punt it away. And he's got some space here. This is the rookie out of Miami. And it's Jaheim Devontae. So we'll start him out at the 37. Here's a look at the receiving touchdown leading running backs. And you can see at number 1 is number 34, Matt Wheaton. Phenomenal season. It's been a back and forth race between he and Kingston Kinney for who will win running back of the year. Here's a quick throw. He's got a completion. And he will connect with his tight end, Reggie Streeter, who last week had himself a great game. 7 catches, 73 yards, and a touchdown. Looking to see if he can get in the end zone again this week. Of course, the conditions a bit sour here. Everything's wet. Here goes a nice run inside, and Wheaton finally able to get a huge gain after the last big run he had. Got called back for an illegal block in the back, ultimately stopping their last drive, which opened up the game. And Timmy Merritt gets his pass deflected at the line. 2nd down. Been a solid looking drive so far. They'll come out here in the I formation. 2nd and 10. And trying to bounce it out where the gap was, but good defense, as that'll be 2 plays, no yards for London. In need of 10 yards. Looking at pass. Misses his target, and this has been a big issue for the Bulldogs this season, is those moments right there for Timmy Merritt. He has had a lot of big plays open to him this season in crucial moments where he has done exactly what you saw there and just missed on an opportunity. This punt's going to be a great one, though. It'll get him inside the 20. A look at the MVP award. You can see, as I said, Devin Wade, 2nd to potentially win that award. Saw Dunn go live earlier with a podcast talking about how everyone thought Geno Gannon was the front runner, and boy, he had a big win over the Armadillos tonight. There's a shot down the field, and a 3rd pass deflection as it is broken up by the safety, Jacoby Haskins. This defense is not playing around. They'll run the ball. Man, you just saw a guy get bullied by the defensive tackle, and there's an injury to the best linebacker on the team. And that is Duke Pascal. He is tied for the best overall player on this team. And they're going to hope or pray that they can get him back. Pressure's coming. Wade somehow scrambling around, gets taken down, and that will count as a sack for Jack Brodine. He's fired up after that one. You saw him just the previous play, just bully an offensive lineman, putting him right on his back. As they punt this one off, and they'll take this one from the 31. Jaheim Devontae, Duncan under a tackle attempt, and the offense, great field position at the 42. You can also see with leading all running backs in receiving touchdowns, he is 3rd in the RFL in yards. Could potentially, if he has a huge game here tonight, lead the league. He's got to have a big game. I mean, over 1,500 yards for Kingston Kinney. That's a near sack for Brooklyn. Good pressure. You got a punch look to the left side. They will run Wheaton. And he will lessen a little bit of the yardage needed here. 4 yards to make it 3rd and 6. Timmy Merritt in the gun. 3 receivers to his left side. Merritt moving around a little bit erratically. Cannot find a target. And that will bring up 4th down. Defense is playing. Another punting situation here as London gets it out. It fields it at about the 13 and ends his return at the 19. So a nice 6-yard return on the punt. Devin Wade right back out onto the field. We still have yet to get any points on the board here. A fire over the middle, trying to lower the shoulder, and he is wrestled down by 3 Bulldogs. It's Dariantre Machiavelli on the reception. I said very important game for the Bulldogs. Play action here. Throws towards the sidelines, and it's a bit too high. Devin Wade unable to connect. And that's a pass. I know he's going to wish he could get back. 3rd and 2. They'll go play action. Pressure's coming. Dumps it off, but he leads him too far out of bounds. And the Bulldogs will get a stop. I mean, if you love defense, this is the game for you so far. No one able to score a single point. And it's been multiple possessions by each side. Some good space to work with here again for Jaheim Devontae as he'll be downed at the 35. 1,332 rushing yards this season for Matt Wheaton. Already a running back of the year award winner. 10 touchdowns. And just he and Kingston Kinney, as I mentioned, battling it out to see who gets that award there. He will fire. Great ball. Big first down. 24 yards on the first reception for Jake Winkleman, the former Baylor Bear. He's got some tremendous speed on him. You can see him using that with the separation. This is a good ball, too. As you can see, Timmy Merritt, where he placed that ball, he didn't want to throw it up the field around the safety. He throws it towards the sidelines in a downward area and away from the trailing defender. So a great ball by Timmy Merritt there. Like I said, we know he can throw some great passes, but at times he can get inconsistent, and he's going to get sacked there for a loss of 7. And that's definitely a loss you do not want to have. Just about to get rid of it. Held on to it. At least he didn't fumble it. Merritt is sacked again. Sam Robbins has got him for a big loss. 3rd and 20 for London. They're on their own side of the field. Set up a screen. And Wheaton will get to the 40, which honestly, they've got a strong leg kicker in Michael Flota. They may try to kick this, and they will. A 57-yarder for the first-round draft pick. And it's good, and there's a flag. Did they run into him? They did. And that is going to be an automatic first down for London. Douglas Robinson with a big mistake there on special teams. And the Bulldogs continue their offensive drive. Maybe that's the momentum they need to finish out a drive with a touchdown here. He'll throw down the field. It is going to be caught for a touchdown the very next play. Jake Winkleman catching that one in traffic, and the Bulldogs will put up 6 instead. What a strike here by Timmy Merritt. Straight spiral in the rainy conditions. You couldn't ask for better coverage here. I mean, he's all on his back there. Addison Lyons trying to jar that ball loose. And that is a big-time catch from a young receiver. Again, out of Waco. And Jake Winkleman, extra points good. 5 plays, 65 yards. And they're on the board first. And a game they absolutely need. And remember, guys, just 2 weeks left of the season. That's including the week we're in right now. So really, a week and a half. And it's postseason time. This is the last pushes that teams can make within this time. Bulldogs, they're not trying to not have a chance to defend their titles. They'll go with some play action. There's a throw. Great ball. Joe Johnson stiff arms and gets his way out of bounds at the 44. Again, talked about how competitive the ARC East has been this year. The most competitive division in football, man. I mean, you got the Bulls right now at 10-5. Celtic Tigers the same record. And the Black Knights just won earlier. And they're 10-6. So you got 3 10-win teams already in this division. And if the Bulldogs can get a victory here, they'll be within a game. Definitely the best division in the RFL right now. Pressure's coming. And he gets away. Uses his block and gets out of bounds. They'll say stepped out a yard short. 3rd and 1. Nice 9-yard scramble by Devin Wade. They'll hand this one off. And David Jones. He has had a really rough season this year, but he comes through big with the touchdown there. I believe this might be the first season other than his rookie year where he has not had 1,000 yards. They're going to give him a carry. Nice stiff arm. Still going. Gets to the 30 for a gain of 3. David Jones, 15 carries, 67 yards last week. No touchdowns. Just has not been that focal point this season of the offense for Brooklyn. Devin Wade, of course, taking that spotlight. Second in the MVP polls. It's just that this offense has done a complete 360 to what we're accustomed to seeing, but that is going to be it for the first quarter of play. The Bulldogs currently leading, but the Bulls starting to move down the field, looking for their first points of the game. Get your twos in the chat. Bulldogs 7-0. Devin Wade now faces a 3rd and 5. 4-man rush being sent. Here's a throw. Big hit, but the catch is still made by Dariantre McAvelli. And look who checks back in. That's a great sign for the Bulldogs here. Their star linebacker, Duke Pascal. And, man, that's a big catch. You're not going to see many guys catch a ball after a direct shot like that from Duke Pascal. McAvelli gets it done. I formation. We'll call a toss. And he's got some great blocks out there. Another stiff arm. Plants Tiller right in the grass. 3-yard gain. 2nd and 7 for Brooklyn. Looking to try to tie things up. Throws. And it's a first down. Nice little move as he'll make it 1st and goal for the Bulls. It's like as soon as you saw the Bulldogs get fired up and score, Bulls have just kicked it right into gear themselves. Man, he is wide open into the flats there, but way too much speed towards the sidelines as he couldn't turn himself up the field. They'll gain 3. They need 4 for 6 as they'll come out here in the I formation. Another toss play. Worked out for him last time. Almost worked out for him there. Great job by Santiago. Able to stretch out off that block, make the tackle before Jones was able to find his way in. And it is now 3rd and goal from the 5-yard line. A huge play that the Bulls need here. Can they score? He's going to scramble, and it's a touchdown. Devin Wade going to use his legs. And this is exactly why he's in the MVP conversations. We talk about the 28 touchdowns to just 4 interceptions this season. How about his rushing touchdowns this year as well? He's been able to scamper in the end zone quite a few times doing that. So over 30-plus touchdowns this season. He's been phenomenal. As that extra point is good. That's the 5th rushing touchdown for Devin Wade. So 33 total touchdowns on the year. And we are right back tied up. The last game these two guys had back in Week 12 was neck and neck, and it looks like it might be the same case here tonight. But so much on the line. Like I said, for the reigning champs, a loss here spells elimination. Timmy Merritt, a little bit flustered. Hit as he throws. There is no one there. Second down. Underneath is open. This is the first time we've been able to see Stanley Whitehead as he'll have a catch on the underneath drag. That is a 8-yard gain for the 9-year vet. Won the first Reload Bowl championship with the team, and I'm not sure what Wheaton had going on there. Tried to have a severe cutback, and it's knocked down short after a big hit stick from Jack Brown. And you take this, you get outside. That's a first down. I don't know what he's doing. And then he still gets boomed from the guy he's trying to avoid. Good defense by Brooklyn. And he will end his return at the 20-yard line. Devin Wade trotting right back out onto the field after an exceptional drive where he ran it in to even the score. He's in the backfield by himself with a bunch look to his right. Bulldogs will send 4. Quick throw. And a quick 9 yards for Brooklyn. Second and 1. They will hand it off. David Jones. Great run there. First down. He's done some damage. And the Bulldogs are going to really want to slow this down because the passing attack has already been, for the most part, still on despite just 7 points on the board for Brooklyn. If they get the run attack going with it, and this could be a long day. Big run on the outside. Tackle made in the open field by Ike Page, but they are across midfield thanks to great edge blocking. And David Jones just setting it up, waiting for those blocks to develop. Pressure's coming. Hit as he throws there. Duke Pascal came in with the heat, as well as a few others. Sent an all-out blitz with the linebackers. And they will run it again. Not sure what they've got going on right now, but Bulldogs, you just cannot seem to slow this running attack down. The offensive line of the Bulls, don't get me wrong, is a great unit though. So they're handling business. This game might be won in the trenches right there. This is a great catch made by Trayvon Hurd. It's the backup running back. He splits carries from time to time with David Jones. He's in the backfield as we speak. See if they'll give him a carry. That they will. And he'll pick up 3. See how they utilize him wide. He's at the bottom of the screen here, covered up by the scoreboard. And this is caught by Hurd again. He's been making some great contested grabs on this drive. Good throw. Good defense by Shaquille Tiller. Knocks it loose out of the hands of Machiavelli. And the Bulls will opt to go for it. And running, they will have it and then some. And the Bulldogs got to do something right now with the run defense. Usually they're really good against the run. But this line is handling business right now. This offense ranked 23rd in rushing. Pressure's coming here. Wade does not take the sack, throws the ball away. Yeah, this is a top 5 run defense. And they're just giving up big yards. Definitely got to credit that O-line. 2nd and 10 after the incomplete pass. There goes a quick throw out. Joe Johnson gets boomed. Still holds on to the football. 5 yards. They need 5 more. Big hit there by Lockhart. 3rd and 5. Here's a throw, and it's 1st and goal. Bulls. This is not looking good for London right now. So a lot riding on this game. Last week could be their last week of the season, and there goes Drew Brewer, the Bear, will get home. Back him up a little bit there. Kevin Wade, more than likely looking for his 29th touchdown pass, but they will actually run the football here. That's a good stop by the biggest Bulldog of them all. Jermaine Taylor makes the tackle, and that'll take us to the 2-minute warning. This first half almost over already, as we are tied up. One more shot, more than likely, the Bulls will take to try to get in the end zone for the lead. Devin Wade throws to the sidelines. Touchdown, Bulls. They will take the lead for the first time tonight. Joe Johnson hauls it in. Touchdown pass number 29 for Devin Wade to just 4 interceptions. And he's got a rushing touchdown in this game as well. This dude has just been absolutely phenomenal. And the extra point's good. 16 plays, 81 yards. And the Bulldogs, their momentum's a little bit down low as well after what happened to them last week. I mean, this defense got exposed by the Red Dragons. They had a huge loss. Gave up 40 points in that game, and those were earned points too by the offense of San Diego as they beat them 41-24. This offense needs to kick it in gear. Timmy Merritt and the guys got to get something going. If this turns out like last week, it's going to be another game that the Bulldogs are going to want to forget, especially against a division rival. Timmy Merritt is sacked. Nagui Choice gets through, and there was no choice for Timmy Merritt on that one. Second and 17, quick throw underneath, only 3 yards and a timeout called. This defense has been getting slightly better. Remember, they used to be dead last in the league. It's still pretty bad at 28th, but if you've watched their games, they've definitely toned it down, being so easy to move the ball on, and that is going to be it for that drive for London. I mean, these guys are getting off the field quick, just not getting it done. Timmy Merritt getting sacked, guys not getting open. David Jones, much better job this week in terms of average. 5.1 yard per carry average right there. He's got 46 yards on 9 carries. And Devin Wade using the legs. Dangerous. Slides at the 47. First down. It's crazy. We got to see all 3 MVP candidates in the first 3 games of this week. And all 3 of them have been ballers. Saw Anthony Savoy get it done just yesterday. Geno Gannon get it done the game before this. And Devin Wade right now is cooking as he's got a big completion for first down to the 30. He's doing everything right now. Quick throw, big hit. And they've got to use that last timeout. 10 seconds left to take a 2-score lead. This will be the biggest lead of the game. Not looking good for the Bulldogs at all here. The kick is up. It's good. And that is 17 unanswered points by the Bulls. Earned. 6 seconds remain, and there goes a return. There's 3 of those seconds now gone, and the offense just says, hey man, let's take the knee, go into the locker room, regroup, and let's see what adjustments we can make for the second half. Because I mean, this first half, only 7 points for the Bulldogs. That is just not good, and a very important game for a shot to defend their title. So this is very important. But here's a look at the rest of the week that we got going on. Of course, the Bulldogs and Bulls, you can see there at the left side, 3rd game down. But tomorrow, premier games, we got the Tigers and the Pioneers. It's going to be an important game because Pioneers win, they win the division and go to the playoffs for the first time in franchise history. Then we got the Desperados and the Cougars going at it. It's a big game technically for the Desperados because if they win that game, they could lead the entire RFL as the new #1 team after the Armadillos just dropped their game. Voyagers and Monarchs, an important game. Voyagers desperately need that win to stay good within their division. Explorers need to beat the Barons. And then we have the Huskies and Dreadnoughts. Just a lot of great games here. Gunners and Thunderbirds, unfortunately, not playing for anything, but the Gunners have been hot. Thunderbirds looking to end their season on a good note. And that's what we got for you guys tomorrow. So make sure to tune in to those premieres starting at 4 p.m. Eastern. And we got this second half starting right now as the Bulls, after 17 unanswered points, will start out this half. And they'll start at the 25 as Bernard Hayes finishes that return. Devin Wade, 16 of 24, 144 yards and a touchdown pass in that first half. That's not including a rushing touchdown he had for their first. Quick throw, 2 yards. Empty backfield here for Devin Wade. Pressure's coming. Fires, got a man. It's been Hartman to the 47. Big game, man. This defense giving up a lot. And there is a difference when you play the Bulls, though, compared to, other teams. But again, also, the Red Dragons got themselves a pretty good line as well. And you're seeing the Bulls, who have a good line as well, be able to keep the Bulldogs' run defense. Look at that. I mean, pass rush, at bay. Keep them in check. Giving Devin Wade good time to be able to find open targets. You see right there, 9-yard gain with the quickness over the middle of the field. And there goes a huge lane, big hit. But Jones gets to the 30. Yeah, just shocking right now. I mean, the Bulldogs are absolutely shocked. Quick throw. Big hit again, man. He's trying to cough the ball out of the hands of one of these receivers. That's a second big shot by Jacoby Haskins. He's not been paid for one of them yet. I'm sure he's still going to be lurking as this is a big run for 5 yards. Wade just continuing to dot up this secondary. They cannot cover these guys. Wade is just triggering instantly. And that's just a mismatch. You see a linebacker on a receiver. That's all day. They went man-to-man. And they are literally 6 yards away from a 3-score lead over the Bulldogs. Play action. Wade throws. Had him, but that one hit the turf. Too low. He had him wide open. If he'd been able to accurately get that out to him, I think that's a touchdown. And Wade will run here. They've got him. Just 2 yards. 3rd and goal. Bulldogs desperately need a stop here. A touchdown would be detrimental. There goes Wade. Throws. Touchdown. Bulls. David Jones just sitting in the middle of the field. Wide open. This is as great of a game as you could ask for if you're Brooklyn right now. This offense, highly explosive. As the extra point is good. 24-7, 10 plays, 75 yards. How is this Bulldogs defense in the last couple of weeks? I mean, this defense has been a tough bunch, but man, the last couple of weeks has been really rough for them. And after the yardage those guys gave up last week, it definitely knocked down their ranking. I mean, this defense is now as low as 21st in the league. These guys used to be middle of the pack, at least even close to top 10, but last week is where things just really went downhill for that side of the ball. And their offense isn't doing anything either. There's 7 points on the board. That is complete. On a drag for 6 yards. Yeah, complete flip around season. I mean, we just had a lot of new teams emerge. That's a nice run right there by Wheaton. A lot of new teams emerged this season compared to prior years. And Armadillos, what they've been able to do, even though they just came off a loss. I mean, these guys still 12-4. No one expected that. The Black Knights, who even beat them, no one expected them to be as good as they were, with as tough as the schedules they had, and they still are 10-6. Seen the Desperados climb out and be as good as they've been. A lot of teams. It's a different year when you're in one file. Play action here. Here goes a throw. He's got Winkleman for a first down to the 40. And if the Bulldogs want to get it right, they got to start right now. They've got to score here in the 3rd. And their defense is what needs to step up. And that's something you usually do not hear when you're talking about the Bulldogs. Offense kicking it in gear right now. And that is a sack. I'm not sure what's going on up front by this line. It's just been easy access from times to get to Timmy Merritt. And that is throwing off a lot of their drives because they get in situations like this. A 2nd and 17. That's tough. So throw into the flats. Nice explosion as they'll pick up 7 yards they lost on the previous play from the sack. Merritt fires. That one straight through the hands of Jack Brown. He had the pick right there. And they've got to settle for 3. A 57-yarder for Michael Floater from the left hash. Not easy, especially in these conditions. Kick is up and no good. Wide to the right. Just nothing going well for London. And that was well off. I'm not sure if it was the pressure that came off from that left side. It did seem like it would have almost been blocked, but Devin Wade has been masterful all game. Multiple touchdown passes, got a touchdown run, 3 total touchdowns for the MVP candidate. and still just 4 interceptions on the year. The least picked off starting quarterback in the league. He's on the verge of trying to sweep the Bulldogs here. That will put Wade at 300 yards passing. Dropping back, looking to throw, and that is dropped by Hartman. And this defense, they just cannot afford to give up a first down here. Pressure's coming. Oh! That would have been crazy as Drew Brewer almost picked off the screen throw. A good defense regardless. It just goes to show you the instincts of that guy. As this punt angles out of bounds at the 25. This offense needs to get it together. It has not been a good showing at all. Offensive line has given up some key sacks here. Timmy Merritt has missed a few throws that were important. And, I mean, just have not been able to find a groove. Merritt will fire. He's got Winkleman has been about the only guy he's been able to connect with today. We haven't seen much from Streeter. Haven't seen much from Anthony Connell. And there goes Streeter. Got him for a first down to midfield. So they're working on little time here. It would be ideal for them to score before the end of the third. Wide open over the middle is Eddie Champ. He had a long touchdown reception too last week. That game against the Red Dragons. And a good job here by Timmy Merritt. He's feeling the heat, but got a big tight end right over the middle of the field, that wide open. Easy play to make. Send 4. Here's a throw. Good catch by Whitehead. As he will hang on despite the tight coverage for a gain of 7 at the 30. Field goals ain't going to cut it. There's a throw wide open. Again, there's this missed opportunity by Merritt. You cannot miss that throw. He will motion over to the right. And he's got the completion that time. Eddie Champ gets it to the 22. Just over a minute left to go. Now under. And they've got to try to score in this drive right here. Nice run. 5 yards picked up. And most likely that may have been the final play. Let's see if they'll get one more off. And if I was the Bulldogs, I'd have got one more play off right there just to see what happens. Instead, they just let the time roll, and we're going into the fourth right now with the Bulldogs dominating the Bulldogs. With the Bulls dominating the Bulldogs 24-7. Let's get those 4s in the chat. And here we go. Fires over the middle. Here goes Streeter, 1st and goal. Will be down after a run. See, this defense ranked second in the RFL in takeaways. Have not got a turnover on Timmy Merritt yet. Or if they can get one there, I know they're looking for it. And oh my goodness, Jakeson, Jack Brown just is going to call game just about right there. Touchdown Bulls. Wow. The Bulls with this drive right here. I mean, look at this. Boom. That is a perfect play on the ball. And I think the Bulls may have just, with that play, knocked out the reigning champs. I just do not see, with the way this game is played, the Bulldogs coming back from this. As the extra point is up, it's good, 31-7. These guys have, man, the last 2 weeks has really shifted what could have been for this team, man. It almost seemed like they were still a shoo-in to make it to the postseason, and man, I hate to try to point and blame the, one guy, but Timmy Merritt, man, as they call him, Timmy turnovers this year. Crucial games where they needed him, and that last interception that pretty much, in my opinion, put the nail in the coffin, coming off his first turnover here tonight at the goal line. There's a throw. And that is going to be a 7-yard completion. Tell you what, with the Bulldogs being completely eliminated with this loss, more than likely. Finally, the last week, see with Tajay Gaddy got to offer us some. Man, and then they're going to lose Jake Winkleman. I mean, everything is going bad for the Bulldogs here. Still over 11 minutes left to go. They'll fire, and Eddie Champ gets to the 42. Four-man rush. He's got the completion. Whitehead to midfield. And over the middle, he'll find Streeter. He'll get to the 35. Yeah, it's crazy, man. Bulldogs had many opportunities in this game to make something shake. Again, the one turnover they get, big one. Down 24 points to the Bulls. About the Bulls getting thrown in the ARC East, and that's the only team that's different from this division from last year. And with this win, I mean, they're going to win the division. More than likely. I'm going to say more than likely because the Bulls, the Black Knights did just win. So I think the Bulls have to still win out. As long as they win out, they've got a shot to, they'll win the division. So the Black Knights will have to win their last game of the season as well. There's a flag as he's got the completion. Roughing the passer. Automatic first down. It'll be half the distance from where that play ended, so they'll be at the 4-yard line instead of the 8 for first and goal. Last time down here, a pick six thrown. He's going to throw up a fade in double coverage. Second and goal. Safety set. Here's a quick throw, and that's off the mark. Good coverage. They don't want to get all the way down here and get absolutely nothing once again. That's the same play he got picked off on the last time. That literally went to the house for a touchdown. You could see Jack Brown. I don't think he expected them to run that again after what he did last time. He was able to cross his face. And they're going for 2. So hold on. Mathematically, I mean, this is a huge 2-point conversion. They need this. If they don't get this, I mean, that chance is extremely slim. But they can get within 16 points if they get 2 here. And Timmy Merritt is going to run for it. All right, 16 points, 8:04 left to go, 10 plays, 70 yards. But, I mean, all of that to try to get back into play here. Nick says TG, thank God. And we'll see what Gaddy has to offer. The last game of the season will be against the Lumberjacks. Great return to 31. And you can tell these guys really want that MVP award. Devin Wade has been sensational. 3 touchdowns on the night. 2 passing and 1 rushing. And the offense with him has just seemed almost unstoppable. And again, what a complete turnaround. He threw his 30th touchdown pass of the season. And this guy used to be known for interceptions. And in this season, the least intercepted quarterback as a starter, start to finish of the season. And again, just look how things are just all the way breaking down for the Bulldogs. They lose their best player on the team. And Drew Brewer, he might be out for the rest of the game. You never know. Hopefully they get him back. Pressure's coming, and Wade tries to get away, gets sacked by Jermaine Taylor. Wade's got good time in the pocket. Good catch. First down, Joe Johnson. It's a nice play here. Comes back to the football. Ball sailing a little high. Gets his hands up there. Snags it. Just making it look too easy. Shot down the field. He's got Joe Johnson again for the touchdown. That is 3 touchdown passes for Wade, 4 total in this game. Wow. He has as many touchdowns as interceptions on the entire season in this one game. Joe Johnson has gone completely off. And it was a tough 3-game stretch for the Bulldogs towards the end here. I mean, their losing streak after their last victory started in week 15 after the Celtic Tigers were able to complete the sweep on them like they did last year, 23-13. Then just last week, literally 4 days ago on Friday, absolutely obliterated, 41-24 against the Red Dragons. And we've seen what the Red Dragons even did the following week in literally 3 days. They went on and blew out the next team they played, which was the Aviators, who blew them out last time they played each other. So, hot team right there. And the Bulls, they're a hot team right now, currently leading the division and staying in that seat with an impressive victory right here that's looming over the Bulldogs. Merritt gets loose. Big yards on the scramble. He'll get across midfield to the 45. Merritt over the middle. Big hit's going to knock him forward for a first down. 250 yards passing, 2 touchdowns, an interception. And he's getting things going here late. Screen's going to get the chains moved. Right back on the ground with Wheaton. And under 3.5 minutes left in this ball game. And it's official, guys. The Bulldogs and the Thunderbirds, the 2 Reload Bowl contending teams from last season, will be eliminated and will not play in the postseason this year. You want to talk about a change in the RFL from one file? This is a great example of how different we knew things were going to get. I mean, I'm not even going to say that we knew it was going to get. No one expected this. This is a great play right there. Touchdown. That's touchdown pass number 3 for Timmy Merritt as he finds Stanley Whitehead. But, I mean, we knew this season was going to be crazy. We didn't expect it to be this crazy. That's all I'm saying. So many unexpected wins, unexpected performances, players just popping out. Crazy. Timmy Merritt definitely going the wrong way. Down, he's going to go for a sack. 17-point ball game. You know what's crazy? There hasn't been, let me tell you how crazy this division is for one. There hasn't been one split in this division. What I mean by that is if a team beat a team, they swept them this year. There was no splits. And they all just were sweeping each other. And the craziest thing is the toughest team projected to win this division this year, which is the Bulldogs, got swept by the most teams. As they got swept by the Celtic Tigers, which did happen last year, but got swept by the Bulls as well. And those games are very crucial. Over 4,500 passing yards for Devin Wade, 31 touchdown passes. Let's see if they try to strive for get 40 on the Bulldogs. Jones just cutting back and forth. That should take us to the 2-minute warning. It's just crazy. The defense, this will be the second time this defense, if they even get 3 points, have given up 41 points in back-to-back weeks. Of course, there was a pick 6 included in that, but man, look at this. They just look like they don't want to play out there. Some guys getting injured, getting blocked, and not getting off blocks. I haven't seen this team look like this since season 6. And a 2-yard rush. Talked about David Jones on how he didn't ball out, but balled out tonight. Great average. Over 80 yards, 15 carries. And they will give him another carry. And that should be your ball game. don't think they snap the ball. And they don't. Clock's going to hit zeros. And, man, the Bulls have done it. The Bulls eliminate the reigning champs from postseason play as the Bulldogs will now drop to 500 at 8-8. The Bulls now will improve to 11-5, still leading the ARC East. And I think they have to still win next week, depending on what happens with the Celtic Tigers. They lose this week, as Celtic Tigers are the favorites against the Elks and have home field advantage. Then the Bulls can sit their guys and rest their starters. But if not, then they're more than likely going to have to play their guys the last week of the season. But final score, 38-21. The Bulls sweep the Bulldogs. Man, what a performance. That's it for me, though. It's your boy Smitty, RFL Commissioner and play-by-play commentator. And we have more games coming you guys' way this week. A week and a half left, guys, for the postseason. Get ready, because it's going to be a wild one. I'll go ahead and show you guys the stats, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.